Hello everyone. I have another Anything Goes Saturday for you. This time I'm again using the Sweet Buttercup stamp set. I'm going to use this image and the hello. I have a white card front. My card base is Flirty Flamingo. I am using, I'm going to try it again, the Altenew Obsidian Pigment Ink. I'm not using alcohol, so it should be better. I've heard it does really well for fine stamps. I'm also going to use some Flirty Flamingo, and I have a tiny blending brush to add some color, and I pulled in the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. So let's look at another way to use your stamps. And one of the things you can do is, instead of creating a focal image, create a scene down the side and kind of curved. So that's what I'm going to try. So I'm going to put out my ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it down. I'm going to turn that one that way. Excuse me. Then I'll come in straight on, hit this one at an angle, and that, and I think I'm going to go all the way across. You can just come straight down. I decided to do an L shape. This probably would have been better if it was smaller, and I may try and cut it down some. But the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to go heat set this. All right, and while I was at it, I also cut it down. So this is 1/4 of an inch smaller. Now I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo. Oh, I didn't bring in a yellow. I'll have to go get it. And I'm going to take my mini blending brush, and I'm going to add some color. I pressed a little too hard over here. All right, and I'm just adding a little bit of color, not a lot. If you want it darker, just go over it. Don't press harder, go over it several times. When you press harder, you get those blobs, and you don't want the blobs. So I'm gonna color this in, and I have to decide what yellow I'm gonna use. I'm not positive. Well, I'm not certain it's not smearing. See, it looks like it's smearing there. I'm not sold yet. To me, an ink shouldn't do this, but who knows? Maybe I'm not supposed to use water-based ink with it. If you can't use alcohol and you can't use water-based, what do you use with it? All right, I'm going to bring in my towel, clean that up, and I'm going to leave that because I'm going to stamp my sentiment. In fact, what do you know what I'll do? I'll stamp my sentiment now. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to stamp it right there. All right, now I can close it up. And let me go get my yellow. Okay, I'm going to pull in Daffodil. And I'm just going to use a really light hand to add some color. Well, I hate to say this, but this should not have smeared So I am not sold on this one. I did try another one last week that bled also. So I think I'll be going back to that one next week and see. And I have a third one I ordered and it came in. But I just don't think it should smear. So, all right, let me get this card straight and put together. I'm going to take my double-sided tape and I'm going to add my twine at the top. And I haven't decided. I think I'm going to do a bow. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start on one side. Like I'll start here. Stick it down, go at an angle. So I'm going to do it like that. All right. Let me sandwich that in so it doesn't move and go anywhere on me. Nothing worse than putting your ribbon down and it coming up before you get finished. All right. All right. Now my card base. And in this case, I can take off my backs. Put this down and see I've got a little bit more of a border, which I kind of like since it's a simple card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a bow. So I'm going to put this underneath and it's right over left and pull to the top. All right, so I've got it. Then I'm going to take the bottom, make my loop, pull this one around, make my bow and pull it east to west. So if you think of north to south and east to west, then your bow will lay whichever way you pull it. So if you want it to lay that way, east to west. And I don't know if I have to cut that or not. There's today's idea. And I use the same image to stamp the inside and the envelope. I hope you enjoyed today's Anything Goes idea for another way to use a stamp set. I have plenty more ideas. So even if you don't have a stamp set like I do, pull your stash and see what you do have and use it. Thanks for visiting. Make sure you check out my newsletter. Link is below. Subscribe. Have a super Saturday. Bye.